Para pam. Hello, good evening. Good evening. I'm still setting up few things. But I will be with you in a second. I'm just posting, to different places like Facebook and Twitter. I mean, all the places that you don't use, right? Yeah. All those places I'm posting. What is that? That is my phone, huh? Okay. Nearly ready. 1 second. I also need the calendar. The calendar. Hey, there are a number of things I need to do. Every time. Yeah, why my phone is... Why my phone? What time is it? 20:30. 20:30. Okay, we did everything. Haha, we are ready. We are ready. We are definitely ready. Now, did I do everything right? No idea. Hello. Good evening. Here I am for another nice development stream where we develop the game that one day will be finished, but at the moment is not. Oh, I have two good news. The first good news is that there is a new Patreon, and so now we are 55. Yay! Objective reached. Yay! Incredible, huh? Incredible. So we are 55. 55 Patreon is a lot. I mean, it's a lot. And yes, the second good news is that I managed to finish my setup. We had the network cable, no? Where is it? Where is it? Where is the network cable? We were doing this, and we were saying, it's not working. I don't know why. I tried the same cable, So all of this, but at the end was really the cable. So the same cable works here on this laptop well, and on my main PC doesn't. So I moved my main PC next to the router. I moved my main PC next to the router, and incredibly enough, with another cable, it worked. So now the problem is that I don't have those cables yet, so I will have to change the cables that are coming to my PC now. But when I did the test, incredibly enough, look at this, huh? Can I copy this image? I don't know. Can I paste it? Wait. Can I? Look at this. Look at this. Wait. Look at this. Ping 1 millisecond. 1 millisecond. Not 20, not 15, and not 10, not 4, not 3, not 2, but 1 millisecond. And download speed 920. Oh my god. 920 is so much. I mean, it's so much. I mean, for you for you that you are young people, just 16, 17 years old, and you are already born in the era of the internet, that would be normal to you. But for me, it's insane. So yes, and the upload speed is 311 or whatever. So there is an insane performance, boys. It's really, really insane, and I'm very happy about it. So basically, let's say that everything worked as expected. Now the only problem we have is that I don't have yet the cables. I don't have yet the cables that are actually coming to my PC with a proper speed, right? So I need to buy new cables. Oh, I also updated the wait. I also updated. No mistakes were made. I also updated the AMD chipset drivers. That's another thing that I did. Yes, but anyway, this mission is nearly completed. So the thing that we need to do, we need to change all these cables, because at the moment I understood that cables have, you know, specific categories, like category 5, category 6, category 7. Hello, Unlearner. Hello, Tony. Hello, Danubis. Hello, Hula. Hi, and welcome. So basically, all my cables are category 5, right? And yes, incredibly enough, the same cable was working here and not working here. But I'm gonna change them all. Okay, so I'm gonna buy category 7 cables, which are, you know, the best ones at the moment. I understand there is also a category 8 cable, but I think it's a bit crazy for a normal network, so it's probably not what we need. But I will get a category 7 cables and I will connect, and then everything will work perfectly. Everything will work perfectly, boys. Okay? So, and then at that point, the mission network upgrade will be finished. At the moment, it's not finished yet, but it will. I tell you, it will. It will. Okay, so what's next? So we need to continue on our character creation, right? I had to, yeah, I had to move my PC to the other place, you know. I mean, next to the router, and so I basically had to change. I had to disconnect all the cables. I mean, it was a bit of a mess, but pretty much I think everything should be working. I just need to restart everything because everything was stopped. I really shut down the PC, which is something that happens very rarely, but I had to do it. I had to do it, boys. Okay, we can restart this, we can restart that. And what else? So basically yesterday we arrived to have properly working stats, skills, and animal affinity properly visualized in the small UI, and also properly added or subtracted based on if you choose multiple ones, right? GG network. Yeah, just so incredibly enough, the same cable was not working on my PC and working on another PC, and this is what really derailed completely my test, right? Because I said, if it doesn't work there, then is my PC. But anyway, the good news is that I did, you know, all the driver updates and other stuff, which was anyway, you know, something is always something good to have. So all the updates I think are anyway nice. Anyway, nice. Okay. So we are going to, wow, 12 assets open. Let's open them all. Thank you for playing. Let's open them all. I think we need the majority of these ones. Probably we'll change this a bit. We will change this for sure. Now this one. So I think that what I decided that we will have the description only as a tooltip. Okay, I think is the easiest way, because if we do it as a text, I think it will continue to look bad, and I think it's a bad idea. So I think we will do this. We will remove this description completely. We will remove this description, but we will substitute it with a tooltip, right? We will substitute it with a tooltip. I think I'm thinking how to do it. Temp stat ID 50, 46, 49. Where do we use this? I have no idea. Probably because we read the description. Yes, because we read the description from the table. Okay. Okay. No, I need. Wait. I can do it on the button, no? I think I can do it on the button, because the button is the one that is most visible here. So I need to set the tooltip for this button. Now, I can do it in two ways. Or just put it here, or you can create a custom widget. Did you already have a look at the Cat 7 cable? I did buy it, and the white cords were really white, all of them. Like you couldn't distinguish the different colors there. But no, I didn't buy it yet, but I will buy it. But I will have an electrician do the thing, because I think that we need to cut the cables, you know, and put the connectors again. So we will have to rebuild the, say, attach the connector to the cable somehow. So I think that we need to, so there will be a guy helping me on that. There will be an electrical guy, an electrician. But at the end, did you manage to use the Cat 7 or not? Totally white, no colored line. Maybe it depends on the type of the cable, you know. Maybe other cables will have the colors. Usually, the ones that are pre-bundled, pre-built, so already with the connectors, maybe they don't have colors because they don't really care, because they built it for you. But if you buy, you know, just the cable and then you put the connectors yourself, I think those ones are colored for sure. Because otherwise you have no way to put them on. I guess, but I'm not an expert. I understand that this should we do it on the construct? I understand this Cat 7 is something, you know, fairly new. I mean, not new, but not a lot of people are using that quality of a cable. It didn't work and you went for the Cat 5, but the Cat 5 for me is not good enough. If you have 1 gigabit on the line, the Cat 5 cannot really do it well. So I need to go for a better one. Maybe cat 6 will be enough, you know, but I will let you know. From what I read on the internet, the cat 7 is fine for PC to PC, or I was just looking at it before. Now I think I closed it, but they say that it's fine. I think we can set up the tooltips at the same time that we set up the bar colors, because anyway they are you know, fixed, and we're not gonna change the color or the tooltip. Now the only point is that we need to get it from no, we need to get it from here. So we need to do exactly this. We need to do exactly this for each one, I think so. But I will let you know as I discover more. I think I will do this work, I will do it not tomorrow, but the day after, because we need to buy the cable. I hope you will be color coded. I don't know, I think we will buy it color coded, but I think we will buy like a 50 meters or so, because depends on how what is the minimum size, you know, they sell it. But I need I think to connect everything. I mean, if I really want to connect everything with that cable, I probably need a 20 or 30 meters or more, I don't know, but below 50 for sure. Below 50, because there are different, you know, devices. Even if some I can go in Wi-Fi, but I don't really like Wi-Fi in general, so I think we do it manually. So we need to take our button, not the bar, but the button, which is this one. Now there is set tooltip text and set tooltip as a widget. Okay, so basically set tooltip, you can pass a widget and you can build a custom widget. Otherwise, the set tooltip is just, set tooltip text is just putting as a very simple. I think we want to select what the fuck? What do you mean none? What? Why? Why this is empty? Why I cannot connect anything? Why I cannot connect anything? Because I need to create widget and then pass it on? Probably. Ah, yes. I need to create it. I cannot. I mean, it doesn't create it automatically, it seems. Yeah, it looks like he's not creating it automatically. Should we create a function, because this will be quite messy. This will be quite messy if we don't create a function, because actually we have to construct, then we have to set some values, then we have to... Let me just check if we have... I think we have the set tooltip. We used it already. We used it already. I don't know if we have another tooltip. Yeah, you see. For example, active spell. We are setting a widget... Tooltip ability widget. Tooltip ability widget. Tooltip ability. Ability name, ability. I think this one is very nice. It's a very nice tooltip widget, so I think we can use the same. I really like it. The point is that the point is that I cannot do it. I think I need a function, boys. I think I need a separate function that does this job. Otherwise, I can put it here on the left, but I need a... so this one will be setup tooltip, right? Setup tooltip. Well, it needs a widget. Well, a button is a button a widget anyway? Is a button a widget, boys? Color cable can be used only if you want to connect different users with different calls, like the internet in one call and the server connection in the other call. I suggest just buy quality cable at length you need. But no, I think will be harder than that. No, but I have a guy that is an electrician. I will do the... We'll put on the connectors. I think that would be the best. You know what is the issue? The issue is that no, okay, skill description in reality is good. The problem is, how do we know? Because we have the row name by ID. Oh my god! So for the skills will not work. So for the skills will not work. But we said that we get the description from. Didn't we say that we get the description from the database? Or I changed my mind again the other day? The music is a bit loud. Did I change my mind about reading the description from the database? About reading the descriptions from the database. The description of the skills, I don't remember. Yeah, but I think we were reading this stuff from the database, but I don't remember the descriptions. We were reading the scripts for sure. But I don't remember if we said something about the description. Because at the moment we are reading it from a static table. Reading from the static table, but this freaking static table is by ID instead of being by name. And I don't even think I have the skill description here in my content. No. But you know, the skill description I think we can put in a table actually, because the skill description is not something that you will use very often. I mean, you will change very often, you know. I think we can keep it client side. The only problem is when we send the skill value. Wait a second. Skill value was F skill value, right? When we send F skill value, are we sending the description as well? Or not? No, there is only name. So we are not sending the description. Okay. I think it's I think it's good not to send it. I think it's good not to send it because I mean all the skills with all the description. Skill ability has a description though. Skill ability has a description. But skill doesn't. Skill set. Let me just double check messages, because maybe messages we have some other skill stuff. It's not randomizing or what? It was not randomizing, so it was playing the whole album in a sequence. Network detail skill. Category and text. I think text is the name though. Text is the name for sure. Okay. Okay, I think we are not sending it, and I think I agree. I think I agree of not sending it because I think it's a bit of a pity, you know, to send all the skills description all the time. I mean, it's a lot of text for nothing. So what we're gonna do? We are gonna convert this table. DT skill descriptions. DT skills description. I don't know how I created this thing. Icon description. The skills of those favoring blades. From Shoresword to the Claymore, those weapons deal slash damage. Is this the same description that we have in production? There will be a bit of work to actually fix all of this, huh? To fix all the text and skills. Yeah, it looks like it's the same. I mean, I think I can extract it to a file, and that's it. I think I can extract. Can I extract this in CSV and? Copy as CSV. Export the CSV. PS Unreal content data. So this one will be DT underscore skill descriptions. Okay. DT underscore skill descriptions. And where is it? Yeah. Wait, why is it not in the same place? Data tables. Data tables. What? Why? Okay. I don't understand why we have a data table directory, but I think probably was created a long time ago. That's probably why. Yes, it will be a data table, is what I'm doing. DT stands for data table. Is exactly what I'm doing right now. The only difference is that I would like to have the Oh, we have all the descriptions. Okay, now I will never be able to shrink it again. No. No. I will never be able to shrink it again. Fuck. Okay. I can do this. Okay, so I want to take this, so the names, right? I want to take the names. Boom. And I want to take the description. Boom. Now we just need to remember, I don't know how we will remember, but the idea is that if we want to change the skills description, we will have to go to this file, right? We will have to go to this file. I don't know if we are using it for something else. Maybe yes. Should we just search it with the find reference just to understand? Skill progress, stats summary. So in skill progress we are using it, huh? And we are probably using it by ID. Yes, to provide this description. Exactly. But I think we are going by ID. Yeah, we're going by ID. We will have to go by name. I don't know what to say. We will have to go by name. Because by ID... I mean, I can also pass the ID. I can also pass the ID. But at the moment, I don't have the ID. I don't have the ID. Do we want to go by ID? Do we want to go by ID? My issue is that in F skill value, there is the ID. But I'm not populating it when I'm sending the character creation information. Unfortunately. Because I took a bit of a shortcut. I took a bit of a shortcut and I said, I don't care. You see, the ID is 0 at the moment. How do I get, well, in theory I can get it. If I want, I can get it. Because the skills are already loaded. And so I could ask to cache manager. Okay, let's do it. It's probably cleaner, eh? It's probably cleaner. I can ask to cache manager, in theory, to get the skill by name. Cache manager, get the skill by name. Exactly. I can do just get skill by name. And I can give it there is one problem though. Animal affinity, because animal affinity is actually not a skill. Animal affinity is not a skill, so I think we will have to do a special case for animal affinity. But all the others, I think all the others will work as expected. Yes, I think so. I think so. What is this thing returning? What is this thing returning? Is it returning a skill info? Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Oh my god, this thing is still working with const char pointers. So stupid. Okay, so now we also have the ID. Now we also have the ID. So maybe what we can do, we can change this table. Do we want the name in the list? I don't know if we want the name in the list. Do we want the name in the list? Do we want the name in the list? Well. I don't know. Do we want the name in the list? I think that the name will be handy, you know, just to understand what we are reading, because otherwise we will have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, things like that, and the problem is that I will have to add it also to the... Yeah, but I think we can. I think we can add... I think we can... struct skill description. Struct skill description. I can add a name. I mean, it's not super needed, but I think it's probably better. So we have more capabilities. I'm thinking if we ever want to localize this in another language, that would be a freaking mess, boys. That would be a total mess. I hope we never decide to localize. Because localizing... Juicy task. Will be complex. Will definitely be complex. Okay, so we have this. Now, if I re-import... This one we saved it, huh? If I re-import from this... Okay. We have it this way, where row name is the one that we care for, right? Which is our ID. So in theory, nothing should have changed for WD skill progression, right? So this one should work in the same way. So it should not get in trouble. And now our tooltip. I can go by ID, right? We say we go by ID. Okay, so we need a row name or a skill name or whatever. No, skill ID. Let's call it skill ID. Let's call it skill ID. Skill ID, which can be an integer, which we will then convert to string, right? And then we will convert to this. So we need to do a kind of a double conversion. So this associate a tooltip widget to the skill. And so we need the skill ID and the widget. So the skill ID, we get this, we get out the description. We also have the name if we want, but the name we have it anyway. But yes, we can get the name, why not? So we can get name, name, and then this, and then the description, and then we need to build our tooltip, which we said that it was what? It was tooltip ability. Okay, our tooltip ability. And then on this one, I hope there is a setup or something. Yeah, there is a setup tooltip. And setup tooltip. No, setup to well. What? Setup tooltip is this one. No, wait. Wait a second. No, what I mean is, how do we set this? Probably is bind to something? No, it's not bind. Why is not bind? Bind would have been so easy. Name and description. Why we don't bind? Because I didn't know how to bind at that time, huh? We don't bind. We don't bind. So if we don't bind, then how do we do thingies? We just set? Probably we just set. But yeah, we just set. I don't like it, but I don't like it. I think that the bind is easy. Is removing, you know, complexity. Is removing complexity, but active spell. Set auto wrap text to false. Why? Strange. Yeah, but basically we do this. I don't understand why we do this one. And also why we don't set the text. Probably because in this case I'm not using... Probably because in this case I'm not using two fields, I'm using one field only. Yeah, that's probably why. That's probably why. Okay, so we set it manually, but basically we set it manually. We set text name and text description. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay. Okay, so we set the tooltip. We set the tooltip thing. We just need to set these two variables. So the name is the name. No, the name is this. And the description is the descript. No, wait a second. Fuck. No. Okay. Now we do it differently, yeah? So the name is the name, and the description is the description. Now we need to see how it looks, but I think it should be fine. I think it should be fine, boys. Do we need to do... We do need to do something else. Hello, Piet Machine. Hi, good evening. A real text macro automatically handle localization. I think there are some built-in capabilities, but I think you need to set it up from the beginning somehow, so it's not that easy. I mean, you need... I don't know. I think that is something you need to do anyway to be compliant, you know, with the system. And at the moment we are not. Okay. So I think this will do what we need to do. Now we need to call this function. We need to call this setup tooltip. Okay. Which hopefully is this one. Yes, it is. You can just double click it to see. Now we need to do it for each button, right? So I will do it for button strength, and I will have the skill ID as 50. So I think I will hard code this, but I don't see it as a problem. I don't see it as a problem because these ones are fixed anyway. They will never change. Right? So these statistics will always be there. So we do it once, we do it forever. So I think we need to do the same for all these guys. So everyone knows his stat. Right? So widget. And then we have to do it for the skills as well. But for the skills, okay, all these widgets, and then okay, agility. Now we need to understand who is who because agility. I think it's easier if I just take it from here. Agility 46, endurance 48. There is not a single one in the right sequence. Intelligence 49. Who is 47 then? Will is 51 and charisma is 47. Okay. So in theory, this should read, you know, and associate as needed. I don't know if he will do it, but we can test it right now and see. The idea is that I get a tooltip. Now, where the tooltip will be shown, to the left or to the right of my mouse, that I have no idea. If he's smart enough to move it, maybe he's smart enough to move it. Maybe smart enough. Ah, but I need to recompile, because we changed. We are sending the skill ID, so I need to recompile this. Luckily, this piece of code is the same for everything. So now that we added the skill info, it will work for everything else the same way when we are sending the skills. The only one that is an exception is the animal affinity, because the animal affinity is actually not a skill. It's just his own thing. Let me update the Patreon goal to 55 on 55. Wow. We are 55 Patreon boys. 55. It's very nice. Okay, let me launch it and see. The server will take a bit to start, because I shut down my machine and reinstalled everything and whatever. Is up or not? Wow, server crashed. GG! Why the server crashed? Why the server crashed? Database is up, so critical error, extract skill bonuses. Okay, perfect. It's crashing exactly in our added line here. Probably because skill info is empty for animal affinity. Yes, exactly. So that one will become will become empty, and so skill info will not be valid. So only for that, so I think we should do something like this. If skill info is not valid, then we will have to set skill ID equal to 0. Right? Because otherwise it will crash. Otherwise it will crash. So only for animal affinity it will be 0. Yes. Okay, let's try again. And maybe in the future we will add other types of skills which are not really skills. I mean, other elements associated to the character creation that are not really skills, so... I think it went through now. Come on, level streaming. Hello, Sean. How I'm doing? I'm doing great. Love eating turkey? Yeah, why not? As long as it's meat. As long as it's meat, I can get it. I would prefer to hunt myself, you know? I would prefer to hunt instead of just getting the turkey on the table. Ah, very nice. Wait, you don't see it because it's okay. Yeah, if you mouse over, you see this. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. I mean, it's not exactly the same style of this, but I think it's okay. So if you mouse over on strength, it's telling you strength is the main ability, blah blah blah. Agility is the ability, blah blah. Endurance, and so it will do the same on the skills. Okay, so we will put the same tooltip. We will put the same tooltip on the skill. Now, if we could have this thing of the same style of the tooltip, I think would be probably better, but at the moment we don't. This blue background is so-so, huh? I think it's okay. I think it's okay for now. Okay, so if I get good, so the good news is that it worked. The good news is that it worked as expected and is very nice. Now we need to do it for the skills. For the skills. Well, it's not very different. We just need to decide what is the widget that is getting the tooltip, and then I think we are good. I will find a turkey. You will find a turkey? Okay. I can eat a turkey. I mean, poor turkey. I'm sorry for the turkey, but... you know... So I think that this wall widget will have the tooltip. So I think that we will have I think that we will have. I think we will have. We will have. So these are the skills. Okay, these are the stats. Now for the skills, when is the time where we create pa, 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 pa. Where is the place where we get the skills? Update bonuses. Should we put it should we put it here? I think we should put it here for each bonus. When we create a new widget. Yeah, exactly. So when we create a new widget here, we should set the tooltip to the new widget. Okay, so we do this. Now, the widget will be this widget. But the skill ID... the skill ID, The skill ID... the skill ID, we have it here. Easy! Easy skill ID. Easy skill ID. Okay, so we also have the skill ID. Okay, it should already work in theory. Wow. If it works, that was easy. Now the next step, so if this works, the next step will be... the next step will be to do the job that the rules team should do and is not doing. Rules people, why you are not doing your job? Rules people, why you are not doing your job? Wow, super quick by the way. Look at this. Look at this rendering of the... Look at that. Move the mouse. It's like... Super quick. Okay. Let's give this guy a name. And let's choose something. And then let's choose something that has skills, including animal affinity. Let's see what happens with animal affinity. I think with animal affinity will probably break. Because animal affinity doesn't have... Yeah, he's going in Sword. Because he's going in skill number 0. I think we need -1 then. I think that for animal affinity or for because 0 is actually a valid skill. But anyway, you see that it's working, huh? It's working, boys. You see? So if I mouse over on Crystal Way or I mouse over on animal affinity. Yeah, so the -1, we need to decide what to do with the -1. I think we only have animal affinity, so you know what? I think we're gonna add a line. I think we're gonna add a line here, which is -1. You know? And we call it animal affinity. And we describe it. I think no one knows. No one in the team knows exactly what is it except me. It's one of the obscure things that never got fully implemented. But basically the idea is, I mean, it's similar to empathy, but it's not really empathy. How can I describe this? We can say based on, we can say during your early life you developed I don't know if I want to say a compatibility with, but compatibility sounds a bit, I mean, an inclination for. You developed affinity. Yeah, it's called animal affinity actually. So we can call it affinity. Yeah, affinity. You develop an affinity. Let's say we develop during your early life, you developed an affinity to certain animals, to certain animal types, to certain, well, let's say it's not certain animal types, but to certain characteristics that you find in animal. An affinity to certain characteristics found in animals, like their life cycle, I mean day and night, you know, like their do you say life cycle for day and night? Attacks, diet, etc., right? So it's not that you have that, but the point is that you like animals that have that. So you prefer to you choose, you know, animals, develop an affinity to animals, an affinity to animals having certain characteristics like little cycle, attack, and diet. So you are more inclined to get a familiar or a familiar. Do you think everyone knows what a familiar is? Let's say to get a pet, or to get a pet with those characteristics. Is it clear enough or not? This is what I wrote. I don't know, maybe it's too small for you. This is what I wrote. During your early life, you develop an affinity to animals having certain characteristics, like their life cycle, attacks, diet, etc. You're more inclined to get a pet with those characteristics. Okay, so I think it's understandable. So it's basically the, you know, so if you have to roll, I mean, in you know, in rules terms, if you have to roll for a pet, it's most likely you get a pet with those characteristics, right? So that's the point. So let's say -1. -1 used at the moment only for animal affinity. Okay. Which is not a skill. Because we could put it under empathy, but it's not correct, because empathy is something completely different at the moment. Should we put a small icon next to the skill or something? Para-para-pam. I always struggle a bit with these volumes. Okay, recompiled, nice. Do we want to put like an icon next to the skills to make them slightly nicer than what they are now? Also, do we want to maybe have a kind of a separator between the skills and the stats? Also, do we want to have the value aligned to the right? I think so. Like if I could have this one aligned to the left, I mean aligned to the right. The problem is that the sides, I don't know if I align it. Let me try align it to the right and see what happens. But probably will not make any difference at all. Probably will make no difference. Do we want to put a small icon or something? Which kind of icon can we have? Which kind of icon we could have? Yeah, in theory the idea was to put an icon by category, what we said yesterday, right? Hello Veriahi, hi. I'm good, how are you? Come stai? I'm good. E tu come stai? Tutto bene? All ok? Bene bene. Bene bene. Bene bene. Mamma mia. The idea was to put the idea was to put a symbol for each category, right? For each category of skill. Now, do we have an icon for each category of skill? No, we don't. Can we load an icon anyway? I think we can. I think we can. Let me see if I can do something. For example, if we use the problem is that we don't have the category. We don't have the category. I can send it, but at the moment I think we don't. In skill value, do we have in skill value the category? Maybe we're lucky we have it. Maybe we're lucky. No, we don't have it. We could use skill knowledge improperly. We could use skill knowledge improperly to get the skill category. Well, actually, wait a second. Actually, we have it here. Because I think skill info knows the category. Ah. Skill info knows the category. Then it would be nice to group them by category, but that would be too much. Am I trying to do too much or what? I don't know, an icon would be nice, but... No. We can use the second value, whatever. We can use this one improperly and set it as the skill category. We can set the second value as the skill category. So this means that in our world here, we will need a setup icon anyway. We will need a setup icon. Should we just do a setup and because at the moment these two are bound to the values, but probably we should just do a setup skill. Let's do this. Because now that I need to set up the... Skill name, skills value, and category. Skill name, skill value, and category. So, wait. Skill name, skill value, and category is this. We are using improperly that one to... Okay. So we have the... So we have the setup skill. So in theory now we should get the skill, here, right? Now the question is, how do we set up this? Because or we have it as a WD button, because WD button I think is already capable of displaying icons based on displaying icons based on the thingy. Or because if I just use an image, I think it will not be very easy. But if I use a WD button, I think the WD button was the one that could do this job. The problem is that it's a bit big. Because he has a kind of a fixed size. Unless I scale it. Can I scale it? I can scale it, but then it becomes stupid. I think it will be a bit too big like that. I mean, we can try, but I think it will look weird. I think it will look too big. Also, remember that we can have even like, okay, well, they will scroll anyway. Okay, let me try like this, and we will see. So this will be button icon. Okay. So if I remember right, this button icon has a number of setup functions. Yes, you can set it up by data row, you can set it up by icon name, set it up by data row, set it up by data row, struct item structure, or I can set it up by what? I can set it up by atlas and material. That's the easiest. That is the easiest. Now, the problem will be to switch based on category, because category, I think we will have to switch. Because category is in reality a PS skill category. And PS skill category is this. Stats, combat, magic, jobs, values, and factions. I don't really like the values, but okay. So it's combat, magic, jobs, values. Stats, we will not have it. And factions. Factions, I don't think you can get any faction. So this will be 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be 4 different icons. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can go 1, 2, 3, and 4. 0 will not be used. And so if he's 1 is combat. Okay. 1 is combat. So so what do we want to, which icon we want to get? I think we can use this one. Combat we can use. No, we should use a weapon, no? We should use a weapon. Do we have a weapon? I mean, do we have a weapon in these atlases? Because I think the weapon we have, but they are in separate. No, they are here. So we could use, I don't know, the axe, for example, right? The axe. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This will be 10. 0, 1, 2, 3. So it is 10, 3. 10, 3 in icons weapons. 10, 3 in icons weapons. Okay. Without tooltip. Otherwise we have the tooltip of the tooltip. Holy shit. The tooltip of the tooltip starts to be interesting. Okay. Then we have magic. Magic. We can use a glyph, no? We can use. Do we want to use something like that? Do we want to use one of those, or do we want to use? What do we want to use? Something like this, or this, or this, or this. Maybe this icon. I think this icon is not bad. This light, you know, which is a crystal way. Okay, should be, I think it should be 16, 15. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes, it's 15. 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. So it's 15.3 in icons UI. Is 15.3. Magic. It's 15.3 in icons UI. Okay. And this is 2. Then we have then we have so combat magic, jobs. Jobs is not easy. Jobs oh, we have this Libra. Jobs. 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 Do we have a tools or something? Jobs. What can be jobs, boys? This alchemy potion. Jobs. Maybe the anvil. The anvil, I think, is not bad. Or the pickaxe. Even though the pickaxe looks like a... Maybe this one, the mortar and pestle. Maybe the mortar and pestle is nice. So 0, 1. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So is a 1, 4. Is a 1, 4 in undercrafting. Is a 1, 4 under icon crafting. Okay. And it is 3. And then we have the last one, which is various. Various, no idea. Various. Various is really a bunch of stuff. So various can be nearly anything. Various. Various can be various. Or we put a book or something. We can put a musical instrument like the drums, or we can put by the way, what the hell is under various? Under various, there is, for example, set traps, pickpocket, riding, swimming, musical instrument, things like that. Climb. Or we put a key. Or we put a key. Or we put a key, or we put this one, which is the one that we use for pickpockets or something. Or this bag is very nice. Under weapons, no. Under magic, no. Under this, no. Okay, let's put that bag. I have no other idea. I mean, I'm thinking to or a key or this bag or this one, which is like the paper and ink, like if you are writing something. Maybe the paper and ink I think is nice. Let's try the paper and ink. So this will be 14 0 1 2 3 4 14 4 under miscellaneous. Okay. Isn't it incredible that with all the icons that we have, we choose 2 times 3 and 2 times 4? Interesting. Okay, let's try if this thing is actually doing something. In theory, it should. So it should set this. The problem is that I think the icon will be too big. And so we will have to do some crazy things to make it look more reasonable. Meanwhile, hello guys. I see that more people joined. Hello, hello. If you have any questions on the game or any questions on Unreal or in game development or whatever you want to ask, I mean, just ask. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Okay, so so obviously here we have the tooltip only for this, okay, and that's normal. Now after we choose this, we have, you know, the variations. But now, fuck, I didn't do the animal affinity. I didn't compile and I didn't re-import this one. I didn't, huh? No, I didn't. Okay, so the animal affinity will be wrong, but it's okay. It's okay. Ah, you see there is the icon. Ah, the problem is that the icon is on a black background. Why is on a black background? But I think it's okay. Even on a black background, I think it's fine. It's not too big. I thought it was bigger than this. I think it's fine. It would probably be nicer if he's with a background, but okay, let me try something else. I think we have others that have more skills, like this one. Crystal Way we have already. Fuck. We have Red Way and Dark Way. The only problem is why Red Way is in no category. This is very strange. The only problem is that this thing is not scrolling. It should scroll in theory. It should scroll. Yeah, also the number should go to the right, but it's not doing it. The number is not going to the right. Why is not going to the right? I'm very surprised that Red Way is empty. Like if Red Way has no category in the database? What do you mean? I mean, it's impossible. Well, we are in the dummy database, so there can be some, you know, bad data. But it sounds kind of weird that he has no category. Ah, yes, because it doesn't exist in this list. It doesn't exist in this list. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, it's not in the dummy database for whatever reason. I don't know why. I think after 3 lines we want to scroll, or after 4 lines we want to scroll, because otherwise it becomes too big. Now, user adjustable tooltip background like text window. What? What do you mean? So this one is not maximizing. I think this one is not maximizing because this horizontal box is taking the sides, you know. It's taking the sides of the content, whatever it is, and is not maximizing the line. It's not maximizing the line on which is placed. I think it's not. Okay. And how big is the... Because in theory, this one is saying to fill horizontally, but I think that the content is winning. I mean, I can do the test. If I add here, I can add here an horizontal bar. I can copy, wait. Let me copy this. I can copy and paste it there and see how it looks. Yeah, you see? This text is not going to the right. This text is not going to the right. Even if I said align to the right. But I can say fill. Okay. Okay, fill, I think we'll do it. Nice. Okay, fill, I think we'll do it. So we will have it on the other side. And now the only problem is the sides box. The sides box. Because I didn't limit the, no, I limit the height to 300, but I think 300 is a lot. Because 300, let me see if I add another activity. I mean, if I have anything else, no. Do I have any other skill I can add? No, it seems not. Alchemy. Ah, fuck. This one we picked already. No. What do you mean this one we picked already? Oh. We have the problem again, huh? We have the problem that this one is showing as picked, even if you didn't pick it. Which is a problem. Which is definitely a problem. Red way, dark way. Red way, dark way. Why this one stays as picked? Birth event. There is a bug on the last two categories, because the other category seems to be working okay, but the last two categories seems to have an invalid setting. You see that it's saying picked, like if we picked something, but we didn't. So pity, because I had that option. But okay, I think we can just so how much is 300? So that is 1080, right? So 1080, 300 on 1080 is about 30%, a bit less. So I think as big as this, I think it's too big. Yes, I think we should make it. We should probably make it half of that. We should probably try to sides. The sides box, I think it should force 150. Let's try to force 150, which is definitely smaller, but... And then I think we need to chase that bug, because that bug should never happen. For some reason, life events are not correct. And let me also re-import this one, because I forgot to re-import under data, data table, skill descriptions, re-import. Okay, so now we have the -1, which is good. How do we debug that picked? I think it's when we open this UI. But I think this whole UI is set up from outside. Update button, checking, blah blah blah. Ah, you see, we print out a lot of stuff. Check if already picked. Category index and current choice. Category index and current choice. My feeling is that we have again the categories, you know, fucked up. Even if it seems that it's correct, this list is correct. Category index, choice index. Category index is going into this switch.
Let's be honest. Neither one of us knows what that thing does. Just put it in the corner and I'll deal with it later.
Yes, probably we should. Probably we should, because you think it's very messy, huh? You think it's messy, huh? I think there is only a problem of ordering, but let me just understand who is deciding the category index, okay? Because this is the thing. So who is deciding? Who is deciding the category index? Check if already picked. Check if already picked was inside life choice. Find references. Check if already picked was, surprise, surprise, in character from light choice. Okay. So where this category is coming from? Category is actually a variable that is set globally. So set category index, set up buttons. Set up buttons on live choice UI. Okay. Set up buttons. Category index, set category index. Bro. Thank you. Very clear. Very clear. But is this setup buttons this setup buttons? No, fuck, it's called it's called the same, but it's another setup buttons. It's another setup buttons, boys. Wait. I'm losing myself. I'm losing myself. It's update buttons. But update buttons. Current choice. Yes, but this one is not going to change the category because it's only changing the choice when you click left and right. There is only when you click left and right to change inside the same category. But the category is not going to change. So you're changing the category when you are setting up the sphere in the when we set up the spheres. I remember there was a setup spheres. Wait, setup spheres. Setup spheres is coming here from categories. Okay. Setup spheres is coming from here. And the categories are the one that we load from. Okay. So in theory, these numbers. Life event category structure. Receive live choice by area. Receive live choice. Receive live choice by area. Birth, childhood, main activity, side activity, religion, relationship. And then there are the two life events, but it's important that life events also have the category inside, because maybe they don't. I think here is the fuck up, Life choice. Wait, because life choice should have the category, but you know that probably ID. No. Choice area. No. Wait a second. Wait a second, because I'm getting confused now. So when I do set up spheres, okay, I get my categories, okay, and I get them in the proper order or not. Fuck. Set up spheres, categories. Categories is the first one. Wait. It's not inside of this. It's a separate array. Okay. is a separate array, which is this one, categories. Categories. And categories is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, life events 1, life events 2. So yes, in theory they are correct. They are in the right order and they have the right numbers. They have the right order and they have the right numbers. So in theory, yes, they should be fine. They should be fine because life event category has an ID, a name, and a multi-choice. Right? So so how is wrong then? I mean, if this is coming through correctly, and this is going through the setup spheres, right? And the subsphere, let me just check if the setup sphere is using the category somehow or not. Actually, is not. Because this ID is not used, but is using the current sphere setup, and I guess that the current sphere setup is starting from 0 and is going up every time we do sphere setup plus. So, and I assume it's starting from 0. Yeah, it's starting from 0. It's starting from 0 though, huh? So birth will be category 0. Birth will be category 0. Actually, birth is category 1. I think there may be a problem of starting number. Spawn sphere. Because yes, the spheres start with 0, while the categories start with 1. And I don't know if this is affecting our design then, because then we go from 0 to 7, which, but I mean, if we keep this number everywhere, I think it should be okay. I think it should be okay, but for some reason it's not working. Okay, let me try again one thing, because I want to understand if he's getting picked. I mean, if he's saying picked already at the beginning, or if he's saying picked only after I pick something. I want to know if he's broken from the start or not. Or not. Anyway, the majority of the calculations are done as server startup. Okay, so even if it seems that it's a bit complex, all the parsing, you know, of the categories, the skills, all of that is done at the beginning one time, so it's not that dramatic. Come on, man, you can do it. You can do it. In theory, the spheres are set up already. Because... but anyway, they are here. So I want to see if life events... Yes, it's already showing as picked, you see? Even if I didn't pick anything, it's already showing as picked. So the problem is up front. But I think we have some printout, no? No? In theory, when I click on this, I should get build spline. Check if already picked. Check if already picked. Check if already picked. I remember there was a printout, no? Ah, it's disabled. Fuck. It's disabled. Okay, I will re-enable that. Let me just check what it's doing. Is checking inside this data. Is checking inside the temporary category if array element picked is equal to true. And if he finds at least one, then he's flagging it is picked, and so is getting it from me. Okay, now the logic is correct. Seems to be very strange that input data cat life events 1 and 2 are the only one that are showing as picked. Are the only ones that are showing as picked. Because this one is saying choose, you say? So it means that this value, when I'm getting the data, it means that value, when I'm getting this data from here, for some reason is true. How is it possible? For some reason it's coming out as true. But I think I know why. Because this guy is cast to this structure in a brutal way. Because actually this object is not this class. This object is an array of life event choice server, which actually is a derived class from life event choice, and we do a kind of a cast there, and I don't know if that is the issue, but probably yes. You know what? I think I will just set. The problem is all the other. No, but event choice, you should have it picked as false. Wait a second, huh? Because here the stuff is complex, huh? Here the stuff is complex. We are not setting it as picked. We're not setting the picked off. Character creation choice. Where we're also not setting it here. But here we are creating it new. And when we create it new, there is no constructor for this. Okay. I mean, I don't know why we are not setting picked as false as a default. We should be. I don't know why we are not setting add and removes. I mean, I don't know why we are not setting all the defaults as empty. And I think that is probably creating some issues. Because CP call, so we set ID name description. Let me put it in the same sequence. Add and remove. Common, I have no idea what is it. There is a base choice not dependent on others. Okay, I don't know. I think we are not using it. CP cost picked and skill bonuses. Okay, so this is the sequence. So now we are setting all the values. Now I want to do the same. In the other case, which is this case. Common is set here. Adds is set here. Removes is set here. But I think that picked is never set. Okay. I think it was an initialization issue. Let's see, but I'm positive that it can be an initialization issue. Because for some reason that value is seen as true and is not. But maybe it's never been initialized. The adds and removes we are not using anymore, but it was a technique that we were using to allow a certain choice to disable other choices, right? Like, I don't know, if you were an orphan, you couldn't choose, you know, the job of your father or something like that, right? So one choice was preventing other choices, and we were removing those choices. But in the new character creation, we don't do this anymore because it's too complex. I mean, it's too complex to do it in the new UI. So, and also I think it was a bit confusing to the people. It was like an inner mechanic that no one was really understanding. So sometimes they were seeing options disappear, and they were not understanding why. They would not understand why. Now I'm initializing it always to false, you know, in both cases. So for the live choices and for the options. Now is okay. Now is okay. Yeah, I think it was that. It was the initialization. That it was not initialized as false. So let me get one that is... Okay, let me discard this. Let me get one that has all this stuff. Okay, animal affinity, alchemy. Uh-oh. What happened? Crystal Way, Animal Affinity. So Animal Affinity, now we have the description, so that bug is fixed. But we have other problems, unfortunately. The problem is that this one was not put into the list. Why? Okay, now we scroll. I don't know if this scroll is good or not, but you know, I don't think we can allow an infinite list. So no, but the question is, why the hell the first one didn't go into the list? Is it because alchemy doesn't exist in the list of skills? This one didn't go in. Agility 30. Wow. Wow. That one doesn't go in, boys. Will -1, charisma +1. Let's check this one. Will and charisma 80 and 53. It seems that the first one is never getting considered for some reason. What the fuck is going on? We have a number of issues. The skills are not changing anymore. The stats are not changing. Only the skills are changing in the screen, huh? Maybe we didn't do it yet. Maybe we didn't do the stats in this screen. We did the stats in the previous one. Yeah, that's possible, huh? But in theory, it should be the same. Let me think about it, huh? Endurance, Red Way, Dark Way. Red Way, Dark Way. But endurance is not changing. Okay. I think we didn't do the addition of the stats in this particular screen, because every screen is working slightly differently, but the basic function that is adding data is the same, right? So I think I didn't call it for the stats. I think I didn't. And I also know where is it, because there is a place where we say add bonuses, and that add bonuses we skipped. You see this one, because the reasoning was that for all of them we get them updated already with the other technique, but it is not true anymore. And by the way, this should not exist anymore. This should not exist anymore. Because we now have the tooltip, and so we don't... No, but this update... Wait, these update bonuses, okay? These update bonuses... Yes, is coming in... It's coming from flag as picked. Okay, yes, because we are using this function only in this window. We are using this function only in this window. And for all the others, yes, we absolutely need... Yeah. We absolutely need to update them as well. We need to update them as well. Why I didn't do it? I didn't do it because there was this one, update stats based on bonuses. And but this one is happening only when you select race selected. Exactly. Wait, do we? So, or we do the same, and we call that function or we call this one. We could also call this one. I'm just wondering why I don't have one function that is doing both. Skill value structures, right? Skill value structures. Skill value structure. Why I don't have the same function doing both? Why I have two separate functions, boys? Why I had this crazy idea to have two separate functions doing the same thing? Why? Why? Because you see, this one is coming from zodiac signs, and this one is coming also from zodiac signs, but I mean, it's slightly different because is slightly different. In theory, the for each loop and the for each loop is the same. The switch on the name is the same. The plus or minus works. The plus or minus works, but only for the stat. Yeah, because the logic is a bit different. But I think we can merge them. I think we can merge them. Or very simply, no, very simply no. Very simply no. I need to merge these two functions, or one needs to call the other. The only problem is that we do this in case of stats, and we don't do this in case of skills, while in case of skills we do this. But I mean, it's not a big calculation. It's only plus and minus. Okay, let me try one thing. So let's assume that I go. Because here we had the unhandled stat and skill. Because we were sure that we were not gonna give, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea. I think I don't know. Let me try. I think we should do this. I think for each one, yes, inside the loop, I should increment my inside the loop. I should increment my base value like I do here, getting the base value as the temp value, so like this, and subtracting it, here like this, right? And I set this temp value. Now this one I will use it only if I'm going into a stat, right? This one I'm using it only. This one I'm using it only if it's a stat. So in these cases. So if it's one of these cases, I think we can do the same that we are doing here. And this means that this will become generic, and it will work in both cases. Yes. I think yes. So basically I always need to call this function and not this function. Well, I can still, I mean, if you want, we can still leave it here, but okay, let me try. I think it's probably correct anyway, but I think I need to kill the function above. Do we want to try already? We can try already. I can try to kill this one. I mean, and not call this one anymore and just call the other. So we will call update bonuses. So we'll call this one instead, okay? And add will be true. So this one we're not gonna call it. And the same here. I don't know if this is going to be problematic, but I don't think it should. I think it should be fine. And it is even better because it means that we have one function to do everything, right? So that function is going to work in both cases. If you have a stats or if you have a skills, if you are coming from the zodiacs or if you're coming from the race selection or if you're coming from the life choices. So it's going to work on all three screens. Now I did it separate at the beginning, I think because it was already, you know, it was simpler to test, but now that we have the pieces working, the only thing that is weird is that alchemy was not added, but I think because alchemy probably I don't know. That is very strange. Okay, my values, so here the values are correct, right? 75, 30, 50, blah, blah, blah. Now if I confirm this, and now I choose this one, fuck, is not changing. Oh no, it's changing. 63, well, what? The bar is not changing. What? It's continuously adding. Why is continuously adding? Fuck. Wait. Because I didn't connect this. I didn't connect this one. Okay, so it was my mistake, but it seems to be working anyway. I mean, it's just adding, it's always adding, but fine. It's always adding. So it will be 113, but okay, it will be fixed the next run. But now the point is, if I choose this, right, which has endurance 10, so this should become 60, and red way and dark way. Okay, nice. So now it's doing both at the same time. Okay, that's very nice. So it seems to work. Let me remove it. Unfortunately, this will become 70 because there is a mistake. But, okay. Fine. So it will work when I save and restart. Now, why alchemy didn't go in? That's very strange. Where is alchemy? Alchemy 4, agility 4, animal affinity, acid 8. So agility should go to 34. And then I should have alchemy and animal affinity. Boom. This one doesn't work. Do I get an error of any kind or So that one with alchemy doesn't work. I don't know if it's only that one, but let me see. Crystal Way, Intelligence, Animal Affinity. Yeah, you see, this one works. Intelligence 3. Intelligence 3. Crystal Way 2. Intelligence is not changing though. Am I excluding... Wait. Am I excluding... Wait a second. Skill bonuses, arrays of skill value. In theory, this one should have them all. I mean, this is the same thing that I read when I. So why you should not? There are some bugs here, boys, eh? There are some bugs. There are some bugs. I need to put some printout. I want to know this value. So I want to know name. I want to know name and value. Every time we set one, I want to see it on the log because something weird is happening here. I think now with that log, we will be able to find out the problem. Because that log is very useful. But yes, definitely that function should be only one function. I don't think it should be split. I don't know if alchemy, I mean, if we have a problem with alchemy, then maybe it's not, but is in the list of skills. Is in the list of skills. It's number 28. Maybe. By the way, I think I should align the database because having different skills from the dummy database than the final one, I think is a bit stupid. I mean, it's asking for trouble, really. Okay. So. So if I do this, this becomes 53 and this becomes 40. Okay, now the plus and minus works as expected, okay? It works as expected. It works as expected. So I should go with 53. And in fact, it remains 53. Okay. Let me just see the log. Charisma 10. Okay, charisma 10, charisma 10, charisma 10. Yeah, it doesn't tell me. Okay, but it's good. It's good. It's good. Okay, now I go here. Let me select one that was working. Okay, let me select Endurance 10, Red Way, Dark Way. Okay, I choose this. Endurance 10, Red Way, Dark Way. This one works perfectly. So he's doing exactly what we want him to do. Now if I remove it, we go back to 50 endurance and we lose the skill. So this one works as expected. Okay. Let me try religion. Crystal Way 2, intelligence 3, animal affinity. Okay. So my intelligence should go up by 2. So it should go to 58. Actually, the bar moved, but the number didn't. Did you see that the bar moved? Yeah, the bar moved. It's the number that is not connected. Wait, maybe it's just the number that is not... Maybe it's just the number that is not connected. Stats summary. Intelligence. Intelligence. Intelligence value. Do we have the bind? We don't have the bind on this one. Yeah, we don't have the bind. Okay. There was a mistake here. Okay, now we have the bind. So now the intelligence will move. Let me just double check all the others. Will, charisma, endurance, agility. Yeah. The intelligence was not connected. Okay, fine. But the bar was going up. So now it's connected. So now it will work. Now the big issue I have... So this is working basically, right? The big issue I have it with alchemy. So I have it with this one. Agility, alchemy, animal affinity. So this one is not working at all. So in theory my agility should go to 34. And I should have 2 entries here at the bottom, right? and nothing happens, like zero. What? Will -1, charisma 1. What? It's like he's getting another value. 53. Yeah, actually it's moving the charisma down of 1. No, it's getting another choice. I mean, it's getting the first choice. You see, it's getting this one. Even if I select this one, it's getting the first one instead. So let me see if the first one works. So I think it's a problem when we do next and prep that we are not switching the bonuses. Is it possible? I don't know. Let me do will and charisma. So will should go -1, charisma should go +1. So 80, 53. Yes. He's always getting the first one. Why is always getting the first one though? Okay, but at least we know the bug. We know the bug. We know the bug. Is always getting. So when we select, so when we are here and we are pressing next, right, or previous, these two buttons should also, okay, update buttons, possible choices, current choice, skill bonuses, bonus. Well, actually it's incrementing current choice and then is using current choice here. So in theory, unless they are all wrong, but let me try another one which is not the first one. This one is the first one. Let me try the second, okay? Fervent. So fervent should be will 4, charisma -4. Will 4. No, it's always getting the first. Okay, so that's the problem. It's always getting the first. It's always getting the first. So it's like, or this increment is not working as we expect. That would be very weird though. Or possible choices is not properly loaded. But name and description are changing for sure. Skill bonus, it is possible choices. Let me just check 1 second these possible choices, huh? Set possible choices. Set up buttons. Set possible choices. Get possible choices. Live event choice structure. Are you getting the next one by name? No, I'm getting it like this. I'm getting ++ and then I'm getting, you know, this one. I'm getting the element of the array, so it's not by name. I mean, it's by... No, but the problem is, or this one has the wrong values. You know what is the fact is that this one is doing display text, right? And display text is actually correct. Because the text that we see, this one is changing. You see that it's changing? So what is not changing is, so the display text is correct. What is not changing is that when I click on when I click on choose, I think the problem is on choose, boys. When I click on choose, we are not considering the current choice. Handle choice pick. Current choice. Handle choice pick. Choice ID. Handle choice pick. Handle choice pick. Handle choice pick. Handle choice pick. Pick is flagged. Pick is flagged. Current choice. So it seems that this value is not passed properly to our flag as picked, or we are not using it the proper way. Flagging as picked. Ah, wait, I have a printout. Oh, fuck, it's disconnected. Okay, let's connect this one because we want to see this one. I think we are not just getting the right... the right index. I mean, it's only that we are not getting the right index. Why doesn't need this? Flagging is picked. But I think the system is working. It's just that we are not getting the right index in the array or something like that. But it should be easy. Should be really easy. Is there a problem with the overlap of the widgets? I mean, at the moment, the layout is the thing that, I mean, I really don't focus on it. I mean, we can focus it later on the layout, but the layout is the last of my problem at the moment. Okay, so when we pick the second one, as we said, this one, right? And we click on choose. Flagging is picked 6-1. I think we start from 0, right? So let me try 6-0. I mean the first one, like if I pick this one should be 6-0. Okay, so the value is actually correct. So we know it's the second element of the sixth category. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we know that it's the sixth category and is the second item into it. So 0, 1, right? So this value is actually correct. Hello, Aurora Games. Hi. Thank you for the raid. You see, one time you managed to raid me instead of me raiding you. Thank you for the raid, very nice of you. Hello, welcome raiders. Welcome raiders. We are developing an MMO. If you want to know a bit more of what game we are developing, this is our main website, which is planeshift.it, and we are developing a game, porting it from our old game, because actually we developed this game long time ago. And these are some of the screenshots if you want to see how it looks. I mean, the graphics are not super up to date because some of the information is coming from, some of the models are coming from the old game, right? But you know, we are trying our best to update a bit the graphics, and I'm just showing you some random screenshots, but we are trying to update a bit the graphics and make it a bit nicer to see. And at the moment I'm working on a part of the character creation, which is this thing where you are selecting, you know, different different options. This is all dummy data, by the way. This is not the final data, but you see, like, to do, but you are selecting different options, and you are then building the life of your character, the past life of your character before entering the game. And we are working on that, trying to make it functional. We use a mix of C++ and blueprints as needed. Most of the server side is C++, and most of the client side is blueprints. But I mean, it's not a strict rule. I mean, there is a bit of a mix here and there. So now we are trying to fix a bug where we are getting an error when selecting some of the options, and I'm trying to understand why, but the flagging as picked seems to be good. So my question is, are we using then this index? Look at this. Look at this. The funny part, that is incredible, by the way. It's freaking incredible. I was testing two categories. I was testing religion and life events 1. No, actually I was also testing birth, okay? But of the other two that I was testing, they are the ones that are broken. Okay, so the error is only this. It's only the fact that this one is not getting the right array value. It's just getting, it was always getting the first, right? So I think we fixed it. Okay, let's see. So let's restart from scratch and see if that's the case, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. I mean, I'm positive. Thank you again for the raid. And if any of the raider you have any questions or anything else, just ask. Yeah, they're index 0 because I forgot to draw the line, you know. So I just forgot to draw the line here, and so they were going, those two were going at 0. And 0 means the first element of the array, and so that's why it was always getting the first one. That is exactly why. So now it should be working fine, I think. So we select this race and we just choose a name, and we see our stats here at the bottom. Now we select one. By the way, fuck, there is a problem though, because here we don't see, here we don't give any information to the player of what he's choosing, unless, I mean, he needs to look here. If he doesn't look here, he doesn't see it, right? You see that he sees the 75 going to 80. I don't know if it's very intuitive, but I think it would be very nice if this could like light up for a second so that he can see that something changed, because otherwise I think it would not be very easy. But anyway, okay, let me try life events now. Life events, we choose the second one, which is this one: agility 4, alchemy 4, animal affinity 8. So agility 4, so agility should become 34, and then we should have 2 new entries at the bottom. Okay, okay, 34 and 2 new entries. Perfect. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. I think it's working, boys. I think it's working. And as you get more skills, you get now this icon. Yeah, this icon is not proper because animal affinity, actually we don't have an icon for animal affinity. We don't have an icon. So basically this one we can delete, huh? This one we can delete. We can get maybe the same description and we can put it in this first block. Maybe up to here, I don't know. Maybe we can do something like this. And then we can put a block here to say update stats. So this one will be update stats. And this one will be update skills. Okay, but I think it's very good because we simplified a lot the logic. We simplified a lot the logic, and actually this one at the moment is not called by anyone, so we can, let me just triple check, but I think we can delete it. He's here, but you see he's not connected, and he's here but he's not connected. I just left it there for and then he's here, so now is only in one place in tier. Well, let me recompile. Now it's only in one place, so we can why? You still sees it even if it doesn't exist anymore. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, but trust me, we can delete it. We can definitely delete it. Probably because I didn't recompile this one, huh? Yeah, that's probably the case. Because I didn't recompile that one. Okay. Okay, I think we can delete it. GG. Okay, deleted, and this is the only function now that updates all the skills and the stats. Now let me see if we can fix the icon. We want to make a voiceover for the selections to let them know how much they choose as audio. No, I think the voiceover of all the options is not a good idea because we will change the options anyway, so. I think we should voice over everything that is fairly stable. I think the character creation options will change kind of often based on, you know, balancing of the game or things, new things we want to introduce, and I think would be too much work. Really, it's too much text, and I mean we have hundreds of them, and I don't know. I think it's not a good idea. But thank you for the offer. Okay. So what about the icon that was missing? What about the icon that was missing? No, not in the tooltip. In the... Nah, wait. Not the tooltip. When we update the... Where is that? 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 It should be here. Yeah, setup. No. Setup skill. Setup skill. Setup skill. Why the music is becoming louder and louder? It's because it's later in the night, and so I feel the music is louder or what? No, Mega Man is always a bit loud. Load life event. No, wait. So we are here. Setup skill, combat, job. Yeah, we have a -1. Can we add a -1? Start index -1. Ah! Ah! He switched all the numbers. No! Okay, that is 1, that is 2, that is 3, and that is 4, and -1. What do we put for animal affinity? The nice thing will be like a pawn or maybe some clothes or for animal affinity. For animal affinity. For animal affinity, we put... Let me see what we have. Textures, icons. Incredible that no one actually spoke from the raid. Raiders, why you didn't speak up? No one of the raiders spoke. Strange. They are very quiet people. Animal affinity. We need an icon. Yeah, this is a dead animal. It's not a good idea. We need an icon for animal affinity. A fish? A fish? I don't know. A fish? No. This one could be. Even if it's a glyph, but this one could be. They don't want to disturb the master at work. No, I don't think so. I think that probably, you know, raids are usually very temporary. So like people don't really want to watch another streamer. They want to watch the streamer they were watching. And so people evaporate very quickly, but it's still very nice, you know, because it's a way to share knowledge of someone else, and you know. I don't find an icon, which is, I think I would use the mouth, the fangs, you call them. I will use the Fang. I think it's the closest I can think of. Yes. I think that's the best. So we will use this one. We will use magic icons, and there will be 1 0. 1 0 will be the position. 1 0 and will be icons magic. Icons magic. Okay. I think we're playing New World. Maybe. Let's play New World, and all the viewers were gamers, you know, and so that when they say Unreal Engines, they go like, no. Okay, I think that for tonight is enough. So what we did, we just to summarize, right? We enabled the skills into that window. We fixed a number of bugs that were there, so there were some categories wrong, some other stuff wrong, and also we introduced a few things on the C++, like the ID of the category, the ID of the skill. Yes, we fixed some bugs, and basically now we have the system pretty much working and in place, and we can select skills and we can have an update in our stat summary. Right now, this window, I would say, is not too great. I mean, this blue color at the bottom, I think I would probably prefer it, you know, nearly black. Nearly black. Let me put it a bit darker. Maybe it will look nicer. But yes, I think we did good, and we did all we wanted to do. So I think that tomorrow, I think we can go into actually deciding the list of skills, because now that we have all of that, if you remember, we started from here, right? We started from here, and we were looking at the different options, and I said, oh, how do I, you know, set these options, and how do I make these options meaningful for the player, so that when he's selecting something, he actually sees what he's selecting and the effect it will have in the game. And it is where we started to create, you know, that whole UI and the whole system, and now it's done. It didn't take us much, like a few days, 3 or 4 days, I think, in the evening. So like 12 hours or 15 hours of work, something like that. So GG. So I think it's good. So I think that tomorrow I really need to do some of the rules work. So it will not be a lot of Unreal Engine. It will be more deciding if these options is something that we like, and starting to assign bonuses and maluses to these things, and creating the scripts automatically if possible based on these selections. So I will have a, you know, a kind of a complex SQL insert concatenating a lot of stuff, and probably we need a lookup table or something, and we will have to go through all these options, boys. These are all the options that we have at the moment, but I think we need more than that. I think we need more than this. At the moment we have about 100 and, I don't know, 130 or 40. You know what would be nice? I'm thinking to have a randomized button. So if the player doesn't care or he wants to have a random background, I mean, it's a bit weird, but I think it would be nice. It's a bit complex to do. It's a bit complex to do. Yes, but I think it would be nice if you click a button and you just get a random background or a random character. Like all the choices are picked for you. I don't know, I have to think about it. Okay, guys, if you are new to the stream, I would really appreciate if you click on follow on Twitch and if you subscribe on YouTube. They are both free and it will help us anyway, because when we reach certain numbers, there is some stuff that is happening, so it's nice. And if you want to do it, would be good. Also, we have a Patreon site, which is patreon.com/planeshift. So if you want to see this game completed one day and you want to speed it up and you want to make us happy, you can become a Patreon. But if not, don't worry, we will make the game anyway. But if you join Patreon, you get access to the alpha, you get a supporter tag on Discord and access to a specific channel on Discord, and also you can see specific posts that I'm posting sometimes, like videos and screenshots and things like that. Okay, see you, boy. Should we raid someone else? I think we should, because there are still some lurkers, I think. There are still some lurkers, so the people that didn't close the stream will come with me. But there is no one. There is no one streaming.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. There is no one streaming Unreal Engine. Okay, this guy streaming Unreal Engine is playing FIFA. This guy streaming Unreal Engine is me. And that's it. This guy Unreal Engine is playing Fortnite. This guy Unreal Engine... maybe this guy is doing something with Unreal Engine for real. There is this one, Mystic Moshi. 3D modeling, and it looks like an Unreal Engine screenshot. Okay, I think we can do this. So, if you want to raid with me, you should go to this address, which is Twitch, because some of you are on YouTube, I know. And if you want to do it, we can do it. He's a very small streamer, he only has 3 viewers, so I think she or he will appreciate. So see you tomorrow evening, boys. Bye bye. Good night. What happened? Something disconnected. It's fine. See you.